Well, it's something I've always wanted to do, and now that Judge Townley is retiring, the time is right. I think I could be an asset to the community and to the area, and I think I would be a good judge, and I think the time was right.
Tell us a little bit about your experience in law. What is your background?
My background, well, I've been in practice for 34 years. My practice is mainly in the municipal court systems. I was a prosecutor in the city of Niles back in the 80s when I first came out of law school. And my practice has been in the criminal and in the municipal court area. My experience also is that for 24 years, I have been acting judge there for Judge Townley. I have the experience, I have the knowledge, I'm able to handle the cases immediately. There's no learning curve for me. I could hit the ground running from day one. And I've also been the attorney at Job and Family Services in Trumbull County, and then most recently I was appointed as the director back in 2011, well, interim director, then 2012 the director. In that position, I have the administrative skills that you need to run an office. I have approximately 230 people that are under me that I deal with on a daily basis. I have to handle the personnel matters and plus the budget, which is a significant budget at the agency based upon everything that goes on. So I handle all those, and I have the ability to handle that administrative part of it also.
All right, and what changes would you like to see to the Niles Municipal Court?
Well, there's different changes that I'd like to see. One is e-filing. I think that would help in reducing costs, reducing the postage, and having those areas where you could reduce costs, because we're dealing with a city that has some financial issues, and whatever the court can do to reduce the cost to the city, that's what I would be looking at. There are other things also, because of the epidemic of drugs, looking at a potential drug court. We need to do that because of what's going on, but we need cooperation. It's not just the court that's going to be able to do that, and I'd like to do that, and of course looking at ways to do it without additional costs to the court.
I know there's a lot of people coming through the court system because of drug use. What, as a judge, what would you like to see? I know you want a cooperation from everybody, but what can you do?
Well, what we can do is, jail isn't always the answer, and that's not going to stop the issue. What we need to do is talk to the other agencies, talk to the other levels of government, and get something in place that we can handle these by having them going to certain counseling, being involved with daily or weekly type of testing, so we can stem the tide of what's going on. And if we don't do that, I mean, it's just going to continue to get worse.
What sets you apart from the other candidates?
What sets me apart from the other candidates is my experience. Again, I have been an acting judge for 24 years. The other three candidates can't say that. I have run a governmental agency, and as that, it's a business, okay? It's just like any other business that you have to run. I have the experience and the knowledge of the administration. I could handle the personnel, I could handle the budget, and that's what you need to be able to do in that position.
Niles, it has a hefty price tag on the building that the court is actually in. It needs a lot of repairs. They're in a financial crisis right now. What can you do to as a judge to help with that? I know there are certain tools that you can request to help, but what can you do?
I think one of the first things I would do is sit with the administration and see exactly what those issues are. I know some of them, but see exactly what they are, and then from there research and get the grants that are potentially out there to assist in renovating that building. That building is in need of repair. I don't know the extent of it, obviously, but I know it's in serious need of repair. But with the cooperation with the administration and looking into those areas where we can get grants and funding, I think it would be very beneficial for both of us.
All right, and anything else you might like to say to your potential voters out there? What would you like them to know? What would you like to stick in their minds as they head to the polls or to early vote?
One of the things I would like them to do is really look at the candidates, not look at the signs, not look at the advertisement and things like that, but you have to look at the candidates, and you want the candidate that is the most experienced of all of the candidates. And I have that experience. I've been there, I know what to do, and someone that's really community oriented. And I have lived here all my life. I have been part of the community, and I will continue to be part of the community because this is where I was raised, this is where I grew up, my kids, and I will be here forever.